Let me get this straight. Y'all are charging $800 for spiritual services, but you too scared to tell somebody you don't want to talk on the fucking phone? A man named Charm told you he wanted to talk on the phone, and you felt forcibly blackmailed into it because you already did some other shit you shouldn't have did, or whatever the hell was going on. So my thing is, how the hell you gonna help a client for $800? You can't even help yourself. It look like, goddamn. Cause you too scared to tell somebody you don't want to talk on the fucking phone. But you want a client to trust that you can face their demons for them, and you can't even face a man named Charm.
I am being deliberately smeared in an effort to discredit me for speaking out about violence against women and misogyny in the spiritual community. Several days ago, I was baited into a live that was aimed specifically at assassinating my character in an effort, again, to discredit me for speaking out about exploitation, blackmail, and misogyny that I experienced at the hands of a man in this community. The reason that I even joined the live in the first place is because the person who is hosting it has supported the person that I recently spoke out against before, attacked me in defense of them, etc., etc., and I was invited under the guise of peacemaking. I thought that this person wanted to invite me on live to apologize to me for past treatment because of everything that has come out about this person that they have repeatedly defended and attacked me in defense of. And frankly, I should have known better and just not gone on live given this person's history and the fact that they do this to a lot of people, but I was hopeful that peacemaking was a possibility. As you can imagine, I was completely caught off guard and very angered by the fact that this was not in fact the intention of the live at all, but rather a calculated attempt to smear my character and make me look unreliable for speaking out about abuse, misogyny, blackmail, and exploitation perpetuated by men in the spiritual community. Before I address some of the specifics of the live, I just want to have you kind of imagine the type of person that would be threatened by someone speaking out about misogyny and abuse within the spiritual community. I want you to think about the type of person who might be scared or threatened by someone doing that, and why it might be in that person's best interest to discredit that person, to slander them, to make them look unreliable after coming forward with those claims. This is something that happens time and time again when women in spaces come forward about abuse. Men who do the same type of shit are very quick to come and be like, this person's lying, this person did this, that, and the other, in order to discredit them, to cover up their own ass. Because when a woman speaks out so openly and fearlessly about abuse, they know deep down that it's only a matter of time until they're next. Let's address some of the specifics in the live. The biggest thing that I've seen is that I deliberately reached out to this person's abuser to get information on them, which is absolutely and 100% untrue. I would never do that. Several months ago, when I made a video speaking about a repeated pattern of misogynistic behavior from this person, an anonymous source came to me on behalf of someone who claimed to be a victim that suffered sexual abuse at the hands of Loki. And they also offered me their government name. I never asked for any of those things. I know that Loki is trans. I never asked for their dead name. I never asked for their government name, and I never reached out to their abuser. Those things were offered to me by an anonymous source through Snapchat, which is why I don't have screenshots of them. But I would never deliberately reach out to someone's abuser, even someone that I hated or didn't like. I would never do that. That's not the kind of person that I am. I would never do that. Also, I don't even know how I would find someone's abuser in the first place. Like, how would I just know that information? I want you to understand too, a lot of people are saying, well, why did you believe them? Why do you believe everything that everyone tells you? I'm sorry, but I am the type of person who believes victims when they come forward. That is just the kind of person that I am, and I had no reason at the time to believe that that person wasn't telling the truth. Did I cast a justice working after that information was given to me? Yes, I did. Yes, I fucking did. I will never deny that. If someone comes forward to me and tells me that they are a victim of sexual abuse, I am going to do a justice working in that situation. The nature of the justice work that I do is to restore equilibrium to a situation, and so if for whatever reason those things that that person said weren't true, it wouldn't have an effect and it wouldn't work. No harm, no foul either way. Like, if there's no equilibrium to restore to a situation, it won't be restored. That situation specifically, and a lot of other stuff that was said in the live, was deliberately twisted in a specific way to make me look unreliable, to make me look like the problem in the situation. Okay, and like, those are Darvo tactics. Those are narcissistic abuse tactics. A lot of people were also tone policing me and criticizing me for getting visibly upset in the live. But of course, if someone is coming forward and saying all of these horrible things about you, accusing you of all these horrible things, you're gonna get upset. And that's what narcissists do. That's what abusers do. They stay very, very calm and accuse you of crazy, crazy things. And then when you get upset about it, it makes you look crazy. And please, again, like, I want to draw attention to why this person is even doing this in the first place. Like, why would they feel threatened by me speaking out about blackmail, about violence, about things that are going on behind the scenes? Why would they even feel the need to discredit me and embarrass me and bait me into a live like that? This is not new. This is what people do every time someone comes, especially a woman, comes forward about abuse, comes forward about neglect, is they actively, if they're doing the same sorts of things and they don't want them to be exposed, they're gonna actively try to discredit that person, to make them look crazy, to smear them. I'd also like to say that I've been in a very vulnerable place for the last couple days to be baited into a live like that. I've been very upset. I've been very traumatized. I've been very triggered and discombobulated by this entire situation that I even was speaking about in the first place. So I was in a very vulnerable place to be baited into a live like that. Please understand why people are doing these things. Please understand why people are saying these things. The next time that you see something that is deliberately to smear me, my character, police my tone, accuse me of abuse or things of that nature, understand the motives of the source. Think about why someone might want you to think that about me. Please, the next time that you see a video talking about this, or this person slandering my character, or other people slandering my character because of things that this person said, please understand the motives of this source. It benefits this person for you to think that I'm crazy and unreliable and a bad person, because that discredits the things that I came out about that also make them look bad. And again, I know a lot of you don't like me right now. I know the way that things are being painted makes me seem unreliable or crazy, but please use your discernment and understand why things are being painted that way. Please use your discernment. Please see the bigger picture. Please think about why it benefits this person saying these things about me or perpetuating these narratives about me. Because genuinely, it does. They've done a lot of the same shit that Charm is getting flamed for because of what I said. Like, it does. Like, please, please think about it. Understand why this narrative is being perpetuated by this person and why it benefits them for you not to believe me or think that I'm crazy.
We're all not happy with Sophie right now, but can we not make this about her being a Sag Moon? If someone is repeatedly doing problematic shit, it's not because they're a Sag Moon, it's because they're doing problematic shit. And this is coming from someone who professionally does astrology readings and wholeheartedly believes in astrology. People who generalize about others based on their placements are what make us look fucking ridiculous. It's always the Capricorn and Sag placements. I'll tell you something about Capricorn and Sag placements. Let's just say I know what the fuck Sag energy is. My brother has a Sun, Mercury, Cazimi in Capricorn. My other brother has a Sun, Moon in Capricorn. They're not conjunct. My sister's a Capricorn rising, so I know what Capricorn energy is too. Sophie once made a video like this, kind of like a skit, basically, showcasing her big six plus Jupiter and Saturn. Using someone's placements, you can look up their birth chart on a calendar to figure out when the sun was in this, moon in this, rising this, etc. So I did find her birth chart, but I'm not gonna post it. If you wanna find it, look that shit up yourself. Someone being a Sag moon means that they find emotional security in freedom, curiosity, philosophy, religion. Sag placements are known for being opinionated, but they're not known for attacking a bunch of people for the hell of it. Capricorn energy is cautious and reserved. They're Saturn ruled, which means they endure, which if anything I feel like this can represent how she stubbornly refuses to quit doing her work and readings, because that Capricorn pride feels like giving up would mean that she's not good enough. I'm not trying to excuse any of this shit. I'm trying to explain it and talk about it. But the point of this video is to tell people to stop fucking generalizing, because the generalizing is fucking stupid. Sag placements on one person can look very different from Sag placements on another. I have 6 planets in Sagittarius. Do you think I'm gonna go out and just try to prove somebody's a misogynist just to feel so righteous and shit? And that whole Capricorn pride thing has nothing to do with being a narcissist. Enduring things is just what Capricorn placements do. I think there are placements that align with the way she's behaving. A Leo rising can show up as somebody who's the life of the party and loves to have fun, and it can also show up as somebody who's way too involved with their ego, or somebody who wants to start drama, who approaches the world through drama. But guess what? It depends on the fucking person. I feel like Moon square Venus can also accurately depict, just a little something that she might have to work through. Squares and oppositions are hard aspects. That means they can lead to tension. You have to work through them. Also, I'm not defending her at all. She blocked me because I asked her a question in her comment section. The point of this is to say stop generalizing about astrology placements because it gets you nowhere. It's fundamentally wrong. You can't look at somebody's birth chart and say, oh, I already know that you're evil. It doesn't fucking work like that.
Okay, I'm gonna try and do as quick of a review about Sag Moon Magic as possible. And let me be clear, I'm not gonna be talking about her as a content creator, because everything that needs to be said about her already has been. And baby, I'm trying to keep my cortisol levels like low. No witch talk drama in this house. Although I would be lying if I said that I didn't want to kind of participate in it, because old habits die hard. But I genuinely do want to speak about her as a practitioner, as I have bought from her before. And just to let the average consumer know what's going on there. Keep in mind, I'm a normal person who doesn't keep all their receipts, but here's, oh my god, Uma Thurman, please. I'm someone who does a lot of other clientele work, not related to witch talk, but I do clear out my email a lot. I also factory reset my phone, because if it's not clear, my phone is on its deathbed, and I'm not paying for storage. So needless to say, because I do not have all the screenshots, you are more than welcome, and in fact I expect you to take everything I say with a grain of salt. Even if I did have screenshots, even if I did have screenshots, I would like you to take it with a grain of salt. Just needed to leave that note in there, because some of you don't really have good cognition skills, or cognitive skills, at all. I am also someone who does not like to control the narrative, unlike some content creators. Sorry, like I said, some dabbits. Some habits die hard. Yeah, anyways, you are more than welcome to leave any type of experience review on your experiences with Sag Moon. You can leave any review about your experience with Sag Moon Magic in my comment section, good or bad. I'm just here to have an open discussion and let people know about my personal experience with her as a practitioner. Now we can talk about my personal experience. I will say, number one, let's talk about the magical portion. Did I get my desired outcome? Yes. But she was not the only practitioner I went to during the month of October to February, I want to say it was. I'm not really comfortable saying the specific thing that I was like doing spell work on, but it was very much like an emotionally volatile time in my life because obviously I could not cast for myself even though I also do spiritual work. I do know, however, the person who most likely, according to my intuition and my divination work with my spirit team, um, it definitely was Thais Dunbar. Sorry, I think I just government named you, but it's on your Cash App, so it's fine. But yeah, Thais was most likely the practitioner who gave me my desired outcome, and a lot of my spell work, or a lot of my divination, kind of pointed a lot of signs to Sajman magic not being the practitioner for me. Like a lot of the things, the signs I was getting was that it was not her who helped me, and if anything, she inhibited me. Keep in mind, a lot of these is just through tarot, and me personally, I also have a very agnostic um structure in the way I read my cards. So I will just say that I have some type of inkling in my chest that it was not her who gave me my desired outcome. I know, very redundant, but need to cover all my corners. But to me, what's more important to talk about is like number two, her general like professionalism. Um, Once again, I do not have all the screenshots, so I can't give you the exact dates. Although I could probably reach into my bank account and find out, but like it's gonna take a while. But I will say that she took a long time for everything. My first piece of spell work from her was maybe it was 2 jars. It was definitely at least one, and that was like right before Thanksgiving because I came across. I've been seeing her content for like a couple months at this point, and at first she like really resonated with me. I'm not just a hater who bought her spell work to be cynical because that's not how spell work works. Like you need to believe in it and whatnot. Like I genuinely did support her at this time. Um, yeah, and I got like a bye bye insomnia jar spell, which is pretty self-explanatory what that is. I think that's what the jar was called. Um, yeah. I thought I was supposed to receive a confirmation email. I don't remember her TOS at this time, but I did email about it because I also wanted like a quick consultation on what type of spell work to get in regards of my main situation. No response for all of Thanksgiving, which is totally fine. It's like Thanksgiving. And I do know that it has like certain disclaimers about like certain business days that it will take for certain things to happen because she does have like mental health issues, but like the fact that a lot of the like timing for stuff was like up in the air was like kind of like insane to me. Like I'm very much aware of certain conditions that she has because she has like publicly made it like everyone's problem. Don't come from me. I have ASD that wasn't like um explicitly clear, and I hate bringing up that I do because like um then it just comes off as like I'm weaponizing a part of myself. And honestly, in this part, I'm okay with weaponizing it. Uh, through and through, that is like justified. But yeah, I didn't get a response from her, but I decided, fuck it. I'm gonna pay for this $175, which is the thing that you saw in the beginning. Candle working, and that'll be, yeah, that'll be my that'll just be my main spell to aid in my situation. I do not. I emailed her like the basic info that she asked for, like what's your situation, your intentions, first and last name, birthday, that type of deal. Um, I emailed that over to her. I and I was getting like very itchy inside. Like I was worried that it was gonna take too long to work out because I still haven't received a confirmation email. So I paid for like an expedition. Um, I think it was like I think she had 2 tiers of expedition at the time, and one of them was like 200 ish. Actually, sorry, I'm not gonna say it was $200. I'm gonna say it was like 3 digits bare minimum. I don't want to get myself wrong. I just remembered that it was like definitely like kind of a bit much for me as a college student. And I know that three, like in my head, my arbitrary limitations, like anything over 3 digits is usually like absurd for me. Like for me, I'm not talking about her value as a practitioner. Yeah, and I believe the expedition would take like a few days. But like for our cases, let's say it was a week, but I didn't get any communication back until like right before winter break time because, we're both in college. She did apologize about the expedition stuff, but only offered me 2 jar works in exchange for 3 digit. Most of her jar works are like $30. Like even now I think it's still like around $30. That's wild to me. And then she said that she'll cast it the 26th. Or maybe it was the 25th. I don't know the exact date. I just know that, like, the agreed upon date that she said that she would do it on, she ended up messaging me on that day and being like, can I do it tomorrow? Which one more day wasn't, like, crazy. That's fine. Like, I'm not gonna really... Things come up, and she communicated that with me. But then when she casted it, she didn't really give me, like, any photos where it's, like, clear confirmation that was, like, my casting, which I thought was, like, super fishy. Like, yes, it was, like, the correct colors as in the pictures, but, like, my spell was a very common spell to have, and I could not see my petition or any name carving on there. But yeah, that's my review. Sorry if that was, like, super long and, like, redundant. Just please don't buy from her. She's, like, way too expensive now. My income has greatly changed since then, and I would not buy a single spell from her ever again, both based on her experience and pricing and her professionalism. Okay, anyways, until the next time I decide to come back on here after disappearing for a few months.
I'm so sorry. I was already blown away by seeing like a $777 ritual on Sag Moon Magic's website. Yes, baby doll. I actually feel like you need to take down your prices. Why? For one, after a certain price range, people can legitimately take you to court, okay? And then that becomes tricky and sticky and icky. But the reason why, sweetheart, I don't think that you're worth your prices is because we done sat up here, we watched you fumble over your words, fall for a rumor, like you easily fell for a really horrible rumor, okay? And as a practitioner, psychic medium, whatever you call yourself, you're supposed to be able to feel between the truth and a lie. Like, that's one of the easiest things to feel. And so for you to charge somebody else who's most likely in the working class, you're charging a marginalized person $700 for a ritual. And then you said you felt like you were being forced into a phone call with somebody, and it's like, so are you really a $700 witch? I mean, let's work on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, honestly, stop talking about yourself like you're so weak. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you guys realize that, but sometimes when y'all talk about yourselves, you, like, give yourself some more power. Like, but here's my thing, sweetheart. I forgot they said you was selling an immortality ritual for $11,000. $11,000. Baby, what the hell? Is it vampirism? Let the girl know. Because I'm going to tell y'all right now. I went to go see Sinners. I saw it. Ryan Coogler showed it. You're not going to get me, girl. A white lady selling an immortality spell? What are you doing? Biting people? Look, I believe in vampirism. When some people say they're vampires, I believe them. And I believe y'all when y'all say y'all not, being a vampire is not necessarily evil. But what are you doing, Sophie? Is that your name? What are you selling? What? $11,000. Do you even go to the client's house to do spiritual work? Have you ever done that? I did. Baby, let me tell you something. I went to this lady house in Atlanta to do a cleansing. There was this racist white man that used to own the home, and he was haunting the fuck out of her. I had to see that motherfucker standing with his arms. He was smirking at me out my peripheral vision, bitch. What are you doing for $11,000? Why would you sell something like that? And granted, maybe nobody's ever purchased it from you, but what are you offering? I just genuinely want to understand, boo. What are you offering? That we gonna live forever? And if I gotta live here forever with people like Ruben Magdalena, don't. I want to go and be with my ancestors. I don't want to be here with y'all like that. And what type of clients you got? Because let a girl know, actually, because I already know somebody like me, I'm not going to purchase no ritual like that. So who are you keeping here? Who are you helping to be immortal? I pray it's not no racist. I have genuine concerns, girl. Immortality ritual? And how we going to tell if it worked? And did you make it work for yourself? I mean, so you just gonna stay the same age you at? You should have let yourself mature a little bit. My God. What's going on? What does that mean? Immortality? This is what I got to say to anybody that claims to be immortal, but you're also Caucasian, or you're in a Caucasian vessel. I need you to do more with your privilege. I need you to do more with your systemic power. Because not you living through all these times. You done lived through Jim Crow and whatever else the fuck you claim you done lived through as a vampire or a fairy, whatever keeps you immortal. Why you ain't dismantled systemic oppression by now? You should have learned the blue book. You should be up in the White House by now. What you should be doing stuff. What are you doing? How do you set it? I got so many questions. I don't even have the capacity. Sophie, I don't even have the capacity.
Listen to this song I just wrote. It's called I Hate You Guys. I hate you guys. You guys are assholes. Especially Kenny.
Form is successful and my video did better than his and stuff is because I'm white and attractive.
Quick question. Does anyone have any record whatsoever of that live stream? Because I remember it happening and I remember all the drama, all the videos, lots of people were talking about it. It was a big thing. But I could have sworn on my fucking life that the actual context was that Sag Moon Magic said he's just jealous of me because I'm white and pretty. But then I went to go check and I did a bunch of Googling and I looked for like a while. There's nothing. Like, not even a single post left from other people about that drama. Like, the whole event has been scrubbed from the internet. It's crazy. Which is wild, because I remember a lot of people talking about it. Like, what happened?
I know because I struggled and I cried.
I feel like something we like to forget is that the dead are human. They may not be alive like us, however, they are human. And this is why they're relatively easy to communicate with by comparison to some other entities, right? And this is why so many witches fall into ancestor work as a first thing, because they're your family. Your family's going to want to talk to you. Typically that is, I have seen exceptions. But in that same breath, they are human, meaning that all the things that you can find annoying about other humans, you can find annoying about the dead. Meaning, right, that if you're not very people-y to start with, you might and probably will find them annoying for the exact same reasons that you find people annoying. To be able to deal with the dead long term, you gotta be able to deal with people. And if you can't, you're probably not gonna have very much fun. Yeah, when it's novel, sure, but eventually they're just like everybody else.
Here's a message for all of you bird brain ass followers of this girl. You are going to reap the consequences of accepting spell work from someone who is clearly not level-headed very quickly. And I will not feel sorry for you, because what does she mean she had to remind herself that the internet isn't a date? Like, I swear to the gods, if you accepted a glamour spell from this fucking mental patient and you wake up with cystic acne the next morning, no sorrows, no prayers, just laughs and giggles. Bitch, we tried to warn you.
Oh, hello, Eric.
Shut up, I have anxiety. I have anxiety! That means I'm in my shell and have a hard time expressing myself. I find it difficult to engage with others. So everyone shut the f*** up because my anxiety is up here right now.
The whole thing with the Sag Moon incident and the whole funeral thing that she posted, I still have not gotten an apology for what she did to me, and I am just going to chalk it as I'm never going to get an apology, because like that whole funeral thing that she posted or whatever, the funeral for herself and whatnot, honestly was rather insulting. And there's so many people in comments who keep saying like, oh, I support her because she's a survivor like me. Like, something that, and why I want to use my platform now, I know it's been literally, it's going to be a year since she created that entire smear campaign about me, and completely, like, that I had to get therapy, in case people who didn't know, and this is the first time seeing me. I had to get therapy for the whole smear campaign that she created against me, for her to then backtrack and be like, oh, never mind, and then delete everything and run away, basically, like nothing happened. And now, with her doing this whole funeral thing, it's literally her not taking accountability and trying to run away from taking accountability, right? And it's insulting to me because as a fellow survivor myself, I would never want to put somebody else in a position of feeling alone and feeling down in the dumps and feeling like everyone is basically against you, right? Because when you're a survivor, like, especially, like, obviously as women, like, we don't come forward. We don't say anything because we're afraid that no one's gonna believe us. And imagine what that feels like now, like seeing so many people still forgetting about what she did to me, because y'all are running with the theme of, oh, misogyny, but like, she attacked, I was one of the first ones she's attacked. I am a woman. I am a black woman of color. What do y'all have to say about that? She attacked me unprovoked. So like, seeing that now is like, it really is insulting. Like, I chalked it up, I'm never gonna get that apology. I know that. But like, I just keep seeing the running comment of, she's a survivor like me, so I support her. I am literally a survivor as well. I don't use that in arguments. People, like, it's one of those things where I don't look like what I went through. I don't put that onto other people. You know what I mean? I don't use that as, I don't want to say as a crutch, but like, for lack of better words, as a crutch. I'm just thinking about how many times she's run with the same thing of accusing people and not having proof, doing such crazy things, not having any proof. And like, imagine if I wasn't as strong as I was when it happened. And like, I'm just really fucking scared for people who aren't strong enough to handle something like that. And then what if they go and just, off themselves? Like, being for real. Because the type of dogpiling I received because of her, because she made 9 videos about me. She started off with my name, spelling my name correctly. Then over time, on purpose, on the things, not spelling my name correctly at all. Like, that microaggression right there. Because you could spell my name before. And watching all these people hate against me because she created that. Everyone believed the white woman tears, because both women who were smear campaigning me to paint me to look, because there was 2, to make me look like a mean person, white woman tears. White woman tears. And y'all ran with that. I'm not saying everybody did, but like, the history is repeating itself. What if that person wasn't strong enough to handle something like that and just, whoop, Did I have to get therapy? Yes, because it bothered me that bad to, like, on a large scale, seeing so many people, and then for her to backtrack and be like, oh, well, I was wrong. Whoops. And then no sorry, and then continued on with life like nothing, to then do it again and again. I'm only saying something because the funeral aspect thing is pretty insulting. Like, to just run away instead of apologizing to the people that you've hurt.
Say I faked it. Okay. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me read it first and then I'll show you guys. So then y'all can like also screenshot it and stuff like that, but I can't read it when I do that. Sophie says, thank you. The person says, I believe he turned 23. Sophie says, Sophie is Sag Moon. Thank you especially for sharing his real name with me, and his birthday is April 12th. I'm going to do some justice work behind closed doors to remedy this. Please keep this between us. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys that so you can make your own judgments. Right there. Hold on. Let me try to focus it. Screenshot, y'all. Screenshot. Do your thing. Okay? Okay. Okay, so I'm not lying about that. The moment I confront you for doing shady work on me without any proof for the things that you don't like me for, you immediately leave. I was about to have the conversation about all the women I supposedly attacked, but the moment I confronted you on one of them, you still chose to side with the perpetrator and the person that attacked me for 3 years. But yes, let's condemn me for a word I said years ago after retaliating, after being attacked for 3 years and staying silent on it. Yeah, let's bury me alive for that. Yeah, no, it's weird, and it's justice work. It's justice work. Okay. I think that justice work just put you on spotlight in front of almost 2,000 people where you were caught lying. That was really weird to me. That was really weird. I thought that we were going to have an adult civil conversation. And then when she realized that I wasn't just going to and I wasn't even being disrespectful. That was weird. Maybe this is why I didn't have a conversation with you. Maybe this is why I didn't have a conversation with you. And then I get harassed for months to have a conversation with you, by other creators, by your audience, by my audience, all that. I finally get to have that conversation that you begged me for, and why can't you have this? Why can't you have the civil conversation? Okay, let's have the civil conversation, and you do that. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that this was what y'all considered a civil conversation, but this is exactly why I'm not a part of this community. This is why I left for